Hi everyone, I am Akila from Craftii Meraki, and today we are going to make something very cute. We are going to make a cute notebook, and I'll show you how to do a pamphlet stitch as well as a chain link stitch. So you will need decorative cardstock or any form of cardstock or Bristol board, something a little thicker than paper, or you can use paper, but this will be our cover. Decorative cardstock, your paper, of course, your pages, you can use any type of paper. I'm also going to include this cute coloring page. You are going to need a needle. Also, you're going to need thread. I am using waxed thread. I purchased this on Amazon, but you can use any form of strong thread, nylon thread, waxed linen thread, or you can even use embroidery thread. You're going to need a bone folder, a scissors, and an awl. So let's get started. So we have our decorative cardstock and we also have our pages. We are going to make two notebooks. So let's work on the first one, and we are going to use about 6 sheets inside of this notebook. We have 6 sheets of paper here for notebook number 1, and we are going to start by folding 2 sheets at a time. This paper is very thick, so that's why I use 2 sheets at a time when folding. So we are going to fold like this and ensure that the edges meet or the corners meet. Hold it down, then use your hand to press the crease. And this is where you're going to use your bone folder. And take your bone folder and run it across the crease like this. This ensures that it's nice and flat. So we are going to do another 2. 1, 2. If you are using a thinner paper, you can fold more sheets at a time, or you can even add more sheets to your notebook. So now we are taking the first 2 sheets of paper and inserting the second 2 inside like this. So the first 2 sheets, open it and insert the second 2 inside like this. Now we are going to fold the last 2. And now we are going to open the previous set of pages and inserting this 2 inside of here. So now you can see the booklet taking shape. So we have 12 pages inside of this notebook. Then we are going to take our cardstock and fold just like how we folded our pages. So this is now going to be placed inside of here, like so. So this is how book number 1 looks. And let's fold for book number 2. Now let's fold our paper for our second booklet. And we are also going to include our coloring sheet. So I would like my coloring sheet to be on the middle page. So I'm going to take 2 sheets of paper, 1 and my coloring sheet. Now let's do our hand stitching. We are going to do our pamphlet stitch first. Now we are going to need our awl, our binder clip, and if you have the Craftii Meraki bookmaking kit, I have included your stencil here for you, and you will see pamphlet stitch. Whatever is the size of the pages that you are using, the length of the stencil is going to be the same as that. Okay, so if you have the Craftii Meraki bookmaking kit, you'll see pamphlet stitch, and there are 3 dashes or 3 markings. Okay, open your notebook to the middle like this and I want you to ensure that there's some space at the top and some space at the bottom of your decorative paper. So this decorative paper is going to be a little bigger than your pages. Ensure that the pages are centered. So there's some space at the top and some space at the bottom. Get your binder clip and clip it on one edge like this. Now get your stencil and place it on the inside, the middle like this. And I want you to hold this in place. So you have your notebook, binder clip is clipping on one edge, and you're going to place your stencil in the middle like this. Now we are going to take our awl and we are going to pierce by each mark that you are seeing here. If you do not have a protective surface like my cutting mat, you can use an old notebook, an old copybook, or you can get an old piece of board or a piece of box like this and place it just to ensure that you're not going to damage your table. So place your stencil in the middle like this. And now we are going to take our awl, and by each marking you are going to pierce your hole. So as you can see, we are on our middle page and we're using this as our guideline or stencil. Right? Take your awl and pierce a hole through. Ensure that your stencil does not shift. Ensure that your hands are firmly placed on your stencil, or you can take your washi tape and stick it just like this. Stick it just like this so it's not going to move. And then we're taking, so we are piercing our holes, 1, 2, 3. So as you can see, you can remove your stencil. So we have 3 holes for our pamphlet stitch. The next step is to get your thread, your needle, and your scissors ready. So I would like for you to measure 3 lengths of thread. So one length will be considered the length of your notebook. So for example, like this. So using the height or the length of your notebook as a guideline. So taking your thread and measuring 1, 2, 3. And get your scissors and you're going to cut. Now we are going to thread our needle. So ensure that the thread is flat. You can take your finger and smoothen it like this and thread your needle. So we have our notebook open to the middle. Pass the needle through the middle hole. There are 3 holes, 1, 2, and 3. There are 3 holes. Top hole is number 1, middle hole is number 2, number 3. So pass your needle through hole number 2. And you're going to leave a piece of thread hanging, right? So this piece of thread should be about half of this side of the page. So we're going to leave a piece of thread hanging, or leave a piece of thread in the center here. Use your washi tape just to tape this down to ensure that it's not going to move out of place. So now we are on the outside of our notebook, and we are going to pass our needle through the top hole, like so. and we are back in the center. Then we are going to pass our needle through the bottom hole, or hole number 3. And we are back on the outside. And now we're going to pass our needle back into the middle. Now remove your washi tape. Cut the excess thread. So we have 2 pieces like this. Now we are going to tie this off. So ensure that there's some tension. You don't want it to be too loose. So pull, and then we're just going to tie a knot. So 1, then another 1, 2. And there you go, that is your pamphlet stitch. So you can now trim this. Don't cut your thread down to the knot. We want to have a little extra, okay? Because this is going to ensure that your notebook is sturdy and the thread will not become loose. And that is your pamphlet stitch notebook. You can take your bone folder just to further define it once you have completed it. And isn't this so cute? And that is your pamphlet stitch notebook. It is so cute. You can make so many of these, and if you would like to share your notebooks with me, you can always send me a DM on Instagram. Now let's make a chain link stitch notebook. If you have not already created the notebook, go ahead back to the beginning of this video, fold your pages as well as fold your cover. Now we are going to get our stencil again and use the side that you are seeing chain link stitch. And you should have a piece of the cover in excess. You can always trim that at the end. So we have our notebook, open it to the middle, get your binder clip again and clip one edge. So you can clip it here or here. Now get your stencil, use the side that you're seeing chain link stitch and also the side with the markings, and place that in the middle. So you have your stencil placed in the middle of your notebook. You can get your washi tape again and stick it right here just to ensure that your stencil does not shift. Now get your awl, this is your awl, and we are going to pierce our holes. We have our stencil placed in the center. You can open your book to the middle like this and punch the holes against each mark that you see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can pierce the holes right in the center, or you can hold it up like this and use your awl, hold your awl like this and push through. 1, whichever feels more comfortable for you. Now you can remove your stencil. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. You can number your holes on the inside. So my first hole is right here. Get a pencil. You can number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. For this notebook, I would like you to use 4 lengths of thread. So you have your thread, you have your wax thread, you have your needle. So you use 4 lengths. So use the length of your notebook as a guideline. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your scissors, cut right here. And now, and thread your needle. So we have just this piece hanging here, and I would like for you to knot one end. So you wrap it around your finger like this. And you have a knot, and just do another knot on top of this knot. We are going to start at hole number 1, or the hole that's at the top of our notebook. So open your notebook to the center like this and pass your needle. So you're on the inside of the notebook and you're passing your needle through the first hole and out. Now we are going to take our needle from the outside to the inside. So the second hole, and pull. So you see? Now we are going through hole number 3, or the next hole. And now we are on the outside. And this is where we are going to create a chain link. So we are now taking our needle and passing it under this line of thread. We are taking our needle and passing it under the first line of thread. So now you can see the chain link is forming, and we are going back into the same hole. So we are going back into hole number 3. If you would be confused, you can number your holes on the outside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going back into hole number 3. Ensure that you get a nice tight pull. Now we are going out the next hole, number 4. And we are taking our needle and passing it under the previous line of thread. So right here. And we're going to create another chain link. And we are going back into the same hole that we came out of. So hole number 4. So we are back on the inside. We are going from the inside. So hole number 5. And now we are passing our needle under the previous line of thread, which is this one, by hole number 4, and we are going like this. And back into hole number 5, or our last hole. So we have completed our line of stitching. This is a chain link stitch. So now we need to not tie it off. So pass your needle under this line of thread right here by hole number 5. Pull. and I want you to leave a loop like this and pass your needle through this loop, and pull and you get a knot. So do it 2 times. So pass your needle under this line of thread by hole number 5, leave a loop like this, pass your needle through and pull. And now you're going to cut your thread. Do not cut it close to the knot that was formed, okay? Or you can tuck your thread under this line here and then cut. So you want to have a piece of thread hanging, as well as had a piece of thread hanging here. So that is our chain link stitch. Get your bone folder and flatten your notebook again one more time, and you have a chain link stitch here. So we have 2 cute notebooks. How are you feeling? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling proud of yourself? So now we are going to decorate our notebook on the outside, just to personalize it a bit. If you have a cute label like this, we can have this stuck right on the outside here. So get yourself a glue stick or some glue and just begin sticking. So have your glue stick. I'm going to use this protective layer here. Glue stick. And I'm going to stick this right in the center. And you can take your bone folder and if you have a little excess glue, just take your finger and wipe around it. Now let's decorate notebook number 2. So we are going to make a cute name plate with these scraps of paper that we have. I would like to put this on my notebook. So I'm just going to cut the excess. So I just have this small piece. I would like another layer. So I have this green piece of cardstock. I'm just going to make a straight edge. And I'm going to stick this onto this, like this. Right? And I'm just going to cut the excess like this. So essentially you have this stuck onto this, so you get a nice layer, and then we are going to stick this on in the front. And I think this is really cute. So let's begin by sticking this onto this. Or you could have used a plain piece of paper and stick it right here and write your name or anything like that. So I'm gonna get my glue stick. Oh, I don't want to stick it there. I would recommend using a glue stick over liquid glue. If you use liquid glue, don't use too much. A nice thin layer. So we have this. Now I'm going to glue here. And this is going to be stuck right in the center here. Use your hand, use your bone folder. And here we have 2 cute notebooks. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on the pamphlet stitch and chain link stitch. And You can make so many notebooks now. You can decorate it on the outside. You can make these for your friends, for your family. You can make these as gifts. This is an amazing gift to give someone, and you can personalize it with their name on their notebook. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.